Horrorville is basically a 10-minute short film with 4 songs in it, which have been wrote by musical theatre and performed by musical theatre. Best way I think to describe it is a bit like Sweeney Todd, but on a smaller scale.
Humans with hobbies for bodies needing counterparts to test. A socket for a light bulb and some treasure.
I'm Ray Talon, I'm from the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, and I'm out on the River City shoot, and I'm directing it this year. Last year we done our first collaboration with musical theatre, and it was a piece entitled Musicville, and the students decided that they wanted to do something a little bit genre, so horror was it. So we're back on set with the new batch of DFTV students and musical theatre students.
The project began with the DFTV production crew presenting the original script and hoping, well, with the idea that it was literally going to be a horror musical.
We've got quite a lot of license to keep it out of a typical musical theatre idiom. We ended up with this kind of country-infused folk rock score, and we can do whatever we wanted with that, and we felt that this kind of music, having read the script, was really suited to us and to the text and to what we hope to create. So.
John Rhodes is out as a cinematography mentor. We also have a first AD mentor, we have a sound mentor, and we have professional electricians out working with our guys as well.
The team that I've been working with, we've been just alternating them with various jobs in the AD department for each day of the week. So they've been each taking turns at being a first assistant, a second assistant, a third assistant and a runner. So I've basically been trying to work that as much as they would be doing that out if they were doing a professional production.
The AD department look after the running of the whole set, making sure that cast are getting put through makeup, costume. So our first AD is mainly standing beside the director, does all the calls.
Stand by to shoot.
Sound set.
Sound over. Camera set.
Camera set.
And action. And cut.
To be able to come on and see how a set works and understand the rules and how to work within a team. That's been very helpful.
Doing this particular shoot, I really do the lighting. And whichever student is with me, I explain what I'm doing, and I absolutely keep an eye on what the shots are, tell them what the shots are, what the lens is, and then let them get on and do it.
Feel it, Johnny. Force me with you. It'll be fine.
Without teamwork, the camera team just falls to pieces. It's really about trust and know that they know their job so that you can do yours. Red camera is really lovely camera to work with. It shoots at 4K resolution, which is double an HD image, and it's good because it means when we leave, we're leaving trained on red, which is a professional camera system, so it's so good that we students are getting to use it. It's actually so good working with John Rhodes. He's just always really careful to explain what he's doing and why he's doing it, so I feel like in the last day I've learned so much.
I don't think they've done anything like this in college, because they can't, to be fair. You know, they can go off and they can make their films, but they're not doing it with professionals like myself and like Susan the First and Cammy the sound recorders and all that. So it's a different experience for them, and invaluable, I would say.
This is the first proper shoot that I've had him there like every day, and he just knows everything and everyone. So he's been a good fountain of knowledge for me.
I think on the whole they've got a very good idea of what they're trying to achieve and what they're capable of doing with the equipment, which is a good starting point.
First day we had a huge tracking shot going from the cafe over to the closes, which basically involved the character coming round a corner and the track was in the middle of the street. So we had poor Mike running the length of the street with the full boom extended and obviously trying not to pick up his footsteps as well. I would have said I was really looking forward to seeing Edward getting a pipe through his head, but I missed that because I was crouched in a tunnel. But yeah, seeing the murders has been pretty cool.
We've got a garroting, a cut throat, axe murder. We've got a knife in the back. It's all wounds and injuries, really. It's great fun for the cast and the crew, having all this blood and horror everywhere.
Never had to die on screen or not even in a play. I get a rope around my neck, have some more crazy bloodshot eyes with that one too, so I'll need some wise words of wisdom, so I hope Ray will be there to push me on.
The biggest challenge I've faced so far in this was shooting the end scene. That's a huge scene. It's geographically huge. Coverage is massive. There's 2 murders in it, so there's effects. It's at night. It's raining. There's sound issues because it's windy, and we've probably got about a third of the time you need to really shoot it properly. I hope it works.
We've got to have a guy in later on. He gets an iron pipe rammed into his mouth and it comes out the back of his head.
Everyone knows what it's like to be scared, like even if you're just watching another horror film, so you just got to try and remember what it feels like. The scenes aren't shot in order, so having to get yourself into the place that you need to be to make the scene work really. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I've learned, and that I'll probably take away from it.
Ray's really good actually with giving us time in between takes to find out ourselves and not have to rush. The death scene yesterday was pretty intense.
I think that the hardest one for us has been the cutthroat, because the director wanted a very, very close-up shot of that and wanted it to be very graphic and very gory. So you've got to be able to almost make it up as you go along. You've got to be able to think on your feet. You've got to come up with solutions to things, and that's what they've been doing brilliantly.
You could have saved him. You could have saved my brother!
I'm not very good with blood personally, so I thought it was a bit ironic that I was cast as the killer when the cast was first announced. We're a family. We are literally a family. We've been together since the first year. Don't get me wrong, we do have our times of getting each other's nerves, but if we didn't have that, then we wouldn't be as close as we are. The experience I've gained from just working on a film set this week has been just brilliant.
It's definitely a different experience being able to work on a set, essentially getting the footage almost real time so that we can watch stuff back, they can go back, they've got time to reshoot stuff, so that's definitely handy.
It's about training, it's about education. This is paramount to what we're doing. If that part doesn't happen, then there is no real need for us to do it. The people who are involved, all the students, have to get something educational out of it.
It's a really great opportunity for us, as I say, working with DFTV students and getting to know what it's like on set. In terms of our acting as well, it's really great to know the difference between stage and film, and it's really highlighted in this experience.
I don't think there's any other course that would make a film of this scale for educational purposes and get to work with BBC professionals. The learning you get from that is just incomparable.